Okay, here's the update for my 332 I'm restoring. As you can see, the tractor itself is complete. Everything's been finished on it, the wiring, all the lines have been run, all the paint's finished, black and the green and the yellow. Basically all that's left now is the motor. And here's a quick update on the motor. The block and the head are at an engine shop right here in town. They're boring at 20 over. And while they have the block, I've been disassembling and painting and cleaning, sandblasting, using walnut shells, all the different pieces of the motor. Here's a couple random parts over here. The injector pump, haven't got to taking that apart yet. Head bolts, the governor's been completely disassembled. Here's some glow plugs, bell housing, flywheel housing, whatever you want to call it. And here's the gear housings all disassembled. Cleaned them all with walnut shells in my sandblaster, and then painted them. As you can see, I changed the color of the motor to green. Water pump's been completely disassembled. Here's the governor, it's been completely disassembled, and that's going to be a real pain to put back together again. Over here is just some other parts I haven't finished yet. Flywheel, not much for me to do on that, but the alternator, generator, I need to clean up still, same with the starter. Take apart the injectors. The muffler is completely shot. Now I need to find a new muffler. Here's some other parts I finished. Intake manifold, exhaust manifold, battery mount, fan of course. This is parts of the PTO, electronic, air cleaner housing, battery tray. Oil pan still needs to be bead blasted and then painted. I figure I'll wait till I get the block back for that. Up here are the new Pistons. Ended up going 20 over on the block because the person who had this motor before me decided they could hone it themselves and completely destroyed it. So 20 over, new Pistons. Here's the old Pistons. Couple broken rings. That's what happens when you use starter fluid on a diesel motor. And, the crank, everything's spec'd out real good on all the journals. Both cams are the same way. I'm replacing the two cams for the fuel cam, the two bearings for the fuel cam. Here's the main cam, still in good shape. Had to buy an extra set of rocker arms. Found them used on eBay for 20 bucks because I couldn't get these apart. These are the original stock ones. And since I can't get them apart, I can't mic them and see if they're in or out of tolerance, so I figured I'll just find a whole other set. But everything on this set tested out good. Well within tolerance, so I'll use those. Oil pump, same thing, very good shape. All the springs and all that, I don't have a compression tester for the springs, so I'm just going to replace them. The push rods are the right length, followers are the right dimensions. The valves are in really good shape. I'm not sure if you could see that or not, but they're real crisp. There's no rust, there's no pits. So when I get the head back, I'll be able to lap them, and that'll pretty much make up the whole engine. I should have it done probably in a couple more weeks if everything goes well, and if not, it'll be into November sometime. But yeah, that's the motor in about 1 million different pieces right now. Everything's been cleaned up and ready to go. For sandblasting, I'll use my cabinet from Tip. The right one is full of walnut shells, and the left one is full of glass beads. The walnut shells are much better for engine parts and other little stuff because it cleans off much easier. If you look at it, walnut shells are basically just what you would think. Little pieces of walnut that are ground up. See if I get a better picture of this. Yeah. The nice part about them too is they're easy to clean up. Glass beads tend to stick to the metal a little more and find their way into small crevices, but walnut shells have done a real good job in all the parts I've done so far. And here's the mower, and with any luck, I'll be ready to go pretty soon with it. Everything's been rebuilt. I've touched every single part on the tractor, so there's nothing in here that I kind of left to chance. Went way overboard, and every single piece has been disassembled and sandblasted or walnut blasted and cleaned and painted. And with any luck, I'll be showing you a video in a couple weeks of it actually running. And until then, we'll see how it goes.